The government's unveiled a range of fast-track measures to attract new players into the grocery market. The Finance Minister describing the reforms as an express lane for new supermarkets to...
Stop using fucking puns. Oh. You watch when she says it. She's so fucking proud of herself.
...boost competition. But the pace of any uptake so far is slow, with global chains not showing much interest. Here's senior political reporter Benedict Collins.
When Costco first opened in West Auckland, people flocked for the deals. And it's still popular today.
Because there's like cheap kai there, so that's why we go there all the time.
The two grocery chains we have right now are just, they're not doing anything really. Having Costco is fantastic.
I think it's quite healthy because there's been a monopoly with our main supermarkets for far too long, and that's why our prices are too high.
There's someone else who feels...
It's funny how what she just said was completely wrong, but also right, because she said they've had a monopoly for a long time. It's literally not a monopoly because it's a duopoly, it's two. But on some instance, she's right because they seem to travel locked in together the whole time anyway, you know what I mean? So it's funny that she used the wrong word, but even though she used the wrong word, she still kind of used the right word. Go figure.
Far too long, and that's why our prices are too high.
There's someone else who feels the same way about Costco.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Nicola Willis agrees a lack of competition is stinging shoppers.
When potential supermarket competitors look at New Zealand right now, they see far too many regulatory stop signs.
No, that's bullshit, by the way. That's bullshit. What they see is a market.
Absolute nonsense.
What they see is a market too small to inject hundreds of millions of dollars. What they see is a market that won't give them the return they want. If you have to come in here and build, 20, 30, 40, $50 million buildings to then try and get money back on it amongst 5 million people, or if you're in Dunedin amongst 125,000 people versus somewhere in the middle of America where you've got 3 million people working around. That's what it's about. That's why there hasn't been much of an uptake. It's got bullshit to do with regulations. It's got to do with the return on investment. Because if there was the best return on investment in the world, they'd all be here. So that's what it's about. So don't believe the hype. It is not a sequel.
And red lights. Our government is determined to change that view from no to go.
The proposed solution, a fast-track consenting process.
We are creating an express lane for new supermarkets.
Hoping new Costco's might be popping up in the country.
Well, that's a question for Costco. What they have made very clear to us is that these changes the government is making will speed that up no end.
I'm not sure why the Minister of Finance is dithering, but Kiwis can't wait because at the moment and tomorrow, it's not going to make food prices cheaper.
Global supermarket giants Lidl and Aldi showed no interest in the government's review that led to today's announcement.
A couple of the big global grocery players didn't take part in this. Were you disappointed by that?
Yes, I was. But what I'm hopeful of is that now we have a really strong welcome mat to present to them.
What the fuck does that mean? A really strong welcome mat. It sounds like some kind of body part that gets shaved. A really strong welcome mat. Like there's a strangeness to that. Surely that there would have been involved. The welcome mat was to get involved with it, and now the research is done. I don't quite know what that sounds like. Luxon's school of business speak, but it doesn't mean anything. Anyway.
I reckon they should give New Zealand another look.
Smaller local players like Dunedin's Night and Day also keen for change.
So it is reliant on new players to really come in and shake it up. I just don't know if it's the lack of sites or the lack of buildings that's causing the issue or the entrenched nature of the duopoly.
So that's also the thing. And one of the reasons people often come back to the warehouse is the warehouse already has the infrastructure. So they wouldn't need to spend literally hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars on building, Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch, Dunedin, Hamilton, Tauranga, Nelson. They wouldn't need to do that because they're already there. They might need to do a little bit of expanding, but they've already got the footprint. They've already got the car park. They've already got. So that's the infrastructure is a big part of it, and the warehouse has it.
Do you think we need more Costco's then?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see one down here in Dunedin, and I'm sure Christchurch and Wellington would as well. Also, just got to be mindful of the smaller towns in New Zealand.
Saying more changes will be needed if the government's serious about getting shoppers a better deal.
There's a little bit of good commentary. We don't normally take the kind of the stand up afterwards, but there's some good commentary in this, so we'll take it tonight.
Benedict, tell us more about how this new express lane system will work.
Boo!
Yeah, well, the whole point of these express lanes is to get new operators into the country and get new supermarkets setting up shop to improve competition both nationally and regionally. Now, I did ask the finance...
I wonder if in their express lane there's only going to be 12 companies or fewer.
Hey.
I wonder if they can check out themselves, but they're not allowed to take their trolleys through the. Yeah, sorry.
Minister today whether this express lane was going to be open to the existing duopoly, that's Woolworths and Foodstuffs.
Yeah, this is very interesting. So I don't want to say it. I throw up in the back of my mouth. The fast tracking of it, right? What about the two new guys? The government says, nah, don't think that's really what we're looking for. The duopolies go, hey, great news. So look out for that, people.
Use. And she said, hey, look, it's hard to see how that would improve competition in New Zealand. And she also agreed that it could actually entrench their position here. Now, we got a statement from Woolworths. They said they thought it's a really great move that the minister's moving to remove red tape here. And they said it was also really good that they were going to allow new and existing supermarkets to build more supermarkets fast.
Yeah.
We got a similar statement from Foodstuffs. Yeah. They said that they were really pleased that the minister has listened to the industry about how to get supermarkets being built here more quickly. So the duopoly, it seems, are pretty comfortable with today's announcement. On the other hand, for all the talk about Costco today and them setting up shop around New Zealand, they certainly had no interest in talking to One News about their future plans.